Hey George, how did it feel to be back out there on the court, and how would you assess the way you played tonight?
I don't think I played well. It was great to be back out there with the guys, back on the court for 3 months off. But got a little way to go, get in shape. But I like the style, I like the opportunity. So just got to take advantage of it.
Mark Narducci.
George, how about the fact that you haven't played in a while and yet you were on Curry a lot, and Coach Rivers said you wanted to do that. How about having that challenge your first game back?
I mean, I just love to compete. No matter what, I'm going to compete defensively, play hard as I can, play the right way. I like the challenge. I think he's on a historic run right now. He's making tough shots from everywhere on the floor. And he's playing at that all-star, that MVP caliber player that he's been playing at many years ago. So I like the challenge and I like the opportunity, but just trying to get back in shape.
Doc said also that you were out there playing four guards a lot of times. What was that like? Doc says that's something with you he's going to probably try to use a lot.
I think so. I think especially when you have bigger guards who can defend, where you can switch numerous things, veteran guards like myself, Danny, Tobias, and things like that. I think it's a great opportunity to do that. So we're just going to do what the coach asks us to do. But one thing I always tell the guys, you can make up anything if you just play hard.
Thank you.
David Melandra.
Hey, George, how do you think your stamina held up tonight with this being your first game? And also, have you seen anybody do the performance that Steph Curry's been on this role lately?
I mean, stamina was a little super rusty. To get your win from, not playing, this style of play basketball in the last, 2 months and 3 weeks, kind of takes a toll. But I feel like the only way you can get it back is to put yourself in the fire and go through it. And I'm thankful that coach, trusts me to go out there and compete and, guard a guy like Curry in the midst of all this, me coming back. But the run that he's on is very historic. Sometimes you just got to look at yourself and say, man, I played the best defense I possibly can. And he just made crazy shots, what he's been doing all season long. Despite the last 10 games, he's been doing it at a different level. So you got to tip your hat to sometime the game goes like that.
Keith Pompey.
Hey, what's up, George? You talked about, being rusty and all that, but it seemed like your second stint when you went out there, you were a whole lot more like, okay, I've been doing this all my life. And I know you got tired, but it just seemed like your performance kind of stepped up. It was kind of like, okay, we're back to playing basketball again. Will you say that's all it was, a matter of that?
For sure. I think it's, once you get, the stints in the game where you can get your feet up under you, your competitive drive starts to take over and you just want to compete. Just play hard on the defensive end, let the offense take care of itself. It's the talk that I had with Coach Rivers before the game, is not trying to put too much pressure on me offensively. Just let the game come to me, on both ends of the floor. But at the same time, just getting the rust off and let it take care of itself.
Last question. How tough was this whole process for you? I mean, with 13 years in the league, you grew up playing ball, and for like the last 3 months, you're on the sidelines looking, wanting to help a team. I mean, how tough was that, and how gratifying was it to finally get back on the floor?
I mean, it's very tough, but, things can be a lot worse. I'm very optimistic. I don't like to complain. I think things happen for a reason. But injury is something that's just a roadblock in the road. But at the same time, you get to experience different things in life, look at it from the outside looking in. But at the same time, it gives you a chance to mentor some of the young guys, to see what you see out there on the court, talk to them, be more around them and try to help them out also along the way. But, you can't take anything for granted. When you're playing the game, your mentality is always so high. And you start thinking the best because you're on your high horse. But when you're not playing, it gives you a different perspective of just being grateful at all situations.
All right. Thank you, man. Welcome to Philly.
Thank you.
Thanks, George.